What up, sports world? Welcome to Can I Get Some Sports with That? Special All-Star edition. We got Vegas in the house tonight. But before y'all get into a tune and listening to us argue and bicker over stupid, crazy, wild sport, I need y'all to hit that like button and subscribe. And leave some comments. Let us know what y'all think. But hey, let's get into it. Chris, say what's up to the world, man.
What up? What up? We back at it. All-Star weekend in the building. Let's get it cracking.
And Neil.
What's good, y'all? What's good, y'all?
Bro.
What's up, people? What's up? Jason Tatum, All-Star MVP.
Oh, yeah, he balled out.
Yes, he balled out. And today we get on talking about the All-Star game with the NBA. First, I want to talk about the All-Star three-point contest. Tell me, who did y'all have, and did your outcome come true? Like, did you win, or was it a hard loss? Let's go with you, Neil.
Surprisingly enough, I actually, when I seen that he was in the three-point contest, I had him winning. And it was Damian Lillard. It was the man who won. That's who I had winning the three-point contest from the jump. Honestly, I looked at all them other names and I was like, two of them people didn't deserve to be there, if you ask me, in terms of Lauri Markkanen and Julius Randle. I don't even know why they was in there. Tyler Hero, he nice, but that's just about it. Buddy Hield, he a three-point assassin, so I was thinking maybe him, but for whatever reason, the three-point contest, three-point specialists, they usually don't do good. It's like regular season, you feel me? Regular season playoffs, in-game action is fine. Three-point contest, they struggle. And as we saw with Kevin Huerter, who's pretty much like a three-point specialist, he struggled. He had the worst performance of the three-point contest that night. So I mean, it's like Kevin Huerter could bounce back from that. Like, it's not gonna be something that kills his career. It's just a three-point contest. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, it's almost like, who cares? You feel me? It doesn't really count for much of anything. But it's like, so it's like I had Damian Lillard winning that the whole way. The only other person I thought might have won or might have gave a challenge was Buddy Hield. But other than that, I had Damian Lillard winning.
Yeah, and I agree. Yeah, it was a bunch of in-game shooters in there. And yeah, when it comes to a real shooter contest, in-game shooter ain't gonna hit.
Yeah, no. Like there are like some three-point specialists who do good in the three-point contest, like Joe Harris, JJ Redick. He had a couple of nice showings when he was in the three-point contest. It's like, so there are some, but it's like, that's because them dudes is just flat out, like, just straight up just shooters. It's like it don't matter whether they hot, whether they cold, like they gonna shoot. Yeah, they gonna shoot that three, and you want them to take that three. They could have shot their last 10 threes, and all of them been open. They missed all 10 of them, but on that 11th one, they gonna hit that, and they gonna make the next 9 straight. So it's like,
well, Chris, what's your thoughts on it? Who you had to win?
I'm kind of with Neil. I thought Buddy Hield. I thought he was, like Neil said, he was the closest thing. But like you said, he an in-game shooter. But I just had a feeling like Dame was like it when you saw his name in it, and then you saw the rest of the field, the rest of the competition. It was just pretty much like, yeah, you just gonna get that to the man, number 0, Agent 0, Mr. Damian Lillard, man. I mean, all those, and it was like weird because it was some nice scores. Like, we had 23s, we had a couple 23s, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that last round, Dame put him away. So congratulations, Mr. Damian Lillard.
and then also real quick, I knew Dame was gonna win because the first time he was in it, I believe he lost, and I believe he lost to Steph. I think the first time he was in it, I think he lost to one of the Splash brothers. So but, Dame is on a revenge tour with the NBA, and he coming around and winning some of the stuff that he lost early on. So hopefully,
championship come.
And it would have been nice.
Hey,
It would have been nice to see another shootout with him and the light skins, though. That would have been nice. Him and the light skins.
It would be nice right now. You feel me? If the biggest member of the Damian Lillard fan club was on here, because if he just heard me talking about how much Damian, you feel me? If he just heard what I was saying about Dame, that man will probably be smiling for the rest of the episode. But at the same time, Damian Lillard, he needs the one thing that is eluding him. He need one of them rings, baby. He need a ring. He need a ring. I mean,
And
of course he's going into the
unfortunately,
Hall of Fame. Of course he's going into the Hall of Fame. It's just, I don't want to see him be on that Steve Nash, Allen Iverson, that. I don't want him on that path, you feel me, where it's like
The great ones that never
ones that just never got they one. You feel me? You could add Carmelo to that list, because who knows if the league is gonna give Carmelo a chance. It seems like the league is pretty much trying to pass him by now. So it's like, who knows if Melo ever gonna get a chance to get his one. So,
Dame time. Neil said you need a ring. Brother, I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Hey.
If you want a ring, Dame time, here's the secret.
I hear y'all on Dame time, but truthfully, I had Buddy Hield taking it all. And if it wasn't for his partner getting cold, because after he didn't drop 30, what was it? He dropped 30.
Yeah.
And he sat down for damn near 20 minutes. So when he got back up,
he was cold.
Like 11 or something. But I had Buddy Hield, and he almost won it, but Dame hit that. Hey, he a clutch guy. So all hail to Dame time, Mr. Clutch.
Another thing, real quick, I forgot. The whole reason Julius Randle was even in that thing is because Damian Lillard teammate was out. Anthony Simons was supposed to be in there. That's why Julius Randle.
Why Julius Randle? Like,
he
is not a point shooter. I would have liked to see him beat other than that, yeah.
But see, that's what I was thinking. But see, that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, there's so many other people that they could put in this event.
Yeah, a bunch
Why
of
Julius Randle?
Shit, I would have, if they was doing that, I would have put Dude Perfect in there. You want to grab
yeah.
Hey.
And so, you want to get a ring? Get out of Portland.
They not gonna give him no real help. But let's move on to the dunk contest. The highlight of the whole weekend to me.
Mac McClung
contest. When I thought it was over, dead, flatline, cut it out the game. Like, don't even put it in my video game over.
I felt sorry for everybody in that dunk contest when I seen Mac McClung's name.
I'm gonna get to you on that. But I want to hear from Chris first. Like, what was your thoughts coming in, like going into the dunk contest?
Man, and then I ain't gonna need front, y'all. The dunk contest to me, it had lost some flair. It had lost the excitement because, the best dunkers just refused to do it. And so
that's
it lost
for the
some
last
of the
4 years. We've been watching people miss dunks.
Yeah, and we had to go to the G League and get my boy McClung, and he put on a show. I was impressed. It's been years since I've been excited about it. I used to be watching the dunk contest like, man, this dunk contest, though, it was like, whoa. Like,
I ain't gonna lie, some of them dunks I was looking like, oh, okay. And then I saw the replay like, oh, he gets the backboard way.
He brought another excitement to it. I'm glad he got him a little contract now. Got him a little money in his pocket. Coming straight from the G League, man. Salute to my boy McClung. Like I said, I thought the dunk contest was going to be trash. It was going to be booty. I wasn't going to watch it. And matter of fact, I wasn't watching the dunk contest until I started seeing you fellas in the group sending a text about the dunks. So I turned it on like, oh, and my boy McClunk was getting down. So shout out to my boy McClunk, and thank you for bringing some excitement back to this year's dunk contest, because it's been lame and boring the last 4-5 years. Shout out McClunk.
And Neil, what's your take on it? Like, what was your feeling coming into watching
Man.
Your
My feeling coming into it was, it's over. Let's go home. Let's go home. That was my feeling from the jump. For people who don't know, Mac McClung has been doing this since high school, okay?
End game.
People forget, okay? That high school year, it was nothing but highlight film of Zion Williamson and Mac McClung literally jumping over everybody else. Mac McClung because the high school is these days, man, it's big. So even in high school, sometimes Mac McClung was the shortest person on the court, still going and jumping over the tallest person on the court. It was pandemonium back in high school. It was only going to get better now. Like, and it's funny because, like, the dunk contest, it was good, but it wasn't great. And like Mac McClung, he put on the show. Yeah, he did. But the rest of them dunks, the rest of them dunkers, they was kind of vanilla. They was real vanilla, man. They was real vanilla, and it was just kind of like, it was kind of like, besides Mac McClung and Trey Murphy, it was kind of like,
So my questions to y'all: is the dunk contest saved now? Are we comfortable in saying I want to watch it again next year?
So I won't say that it's saved, but what I will say is that it was able to survive to a 12-round fight. So instead of losing in the 10th round, it has now been able to survive the 11th round as well as the 10th round, and now it has made it to a 12th. So, this is not the last round. The slam dunk contest, it got to make it through this last round. So next year has to be a step up from this year, because this year was good. So at least next year, they got to give us better. It's got to at least go good, better, best, at least. So this year was good. Next year, they got to give us better. And then the year after that, it's got to be at least one of the better ones, and at least one of the best ones that we've seen since. Because at that point, which is crazy to say, but pretty much in 2 years, we need a repeat of what would have happened at that point 10 years ago between Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon. Now, I'm not saying it's got to be Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon to have to do it, but I'm just saying at that point, we'll be in 2025 at that point. That first slam dunk contest between the two of them was 10 years ago in 2015. There's no reason why there should be a 10-year span coming up and people are still only talking about that slam dunk contest that we had in 2015 and then in 2016.
7 to 8 years ago.
You're right. So at the current moment, it's 8 years. At the current moment, it's 8 years. 2 years from now, that will have been 10 years. If things don't change in 2 years from now, man, they might as well just get rid of the slam dunk contest, because it's kind of like what happened with like Vince Carter, like after Michael Jordan and Clyde Drexler and them showed out in the dunk contest, it was buns until Vince Carter came around. Vince Carter came.
I don't know, because
there was a few good ones in there. It was a few good ones.
Kobe brought some.
Yeah, Kobe had, Kobe brought some heat. Kobe brought some heat.
You cannot convince me that Richardson 96,
Jason
97,
and
98 was good. Besides Kobe Bryant,
Hold on.
96, 97, and 98 was.
Nate Robinson brought some heat too. Nate brought some.
But
Nate
Nate
brought some heat.
Robinson that was after Vince Carter though. So you got to think about. I was getting to that. Nate Robinson and Dwight Howard, those were very good slam dunk contests. I won't say that was great because it was really just them two and nobody it was really them dunking against themselves because nobody else in the dunk contest even made it worthy of them. So like those were good, but like the last great dunk contest we have seen were the two that we got from Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon and Aaron Gordon. So
I'm gonna say this. I hope my boy McClung got some since he came from the G League, they brought him up from the G League to go get a dunker. I hope he inspires some of these new up and coming athletes that we got in NBA to just start coming back, man. Start coming back. Y'all, they do all these fancy dunks in the game and won't get in the dunk contest.
You know who messed that
LeBron.
up? Yes.
Ja.
Ever since LeBron said he's not doing a dunk contest, all the superstars decided not to join.
Like, and that's the thing.
But in essence, though, I can't necessarily put that all on LeBron. Because you got to think about when LeBron said he wasn't going to do that. LeBron said he wasn't doing the dunk contest early on in his career. So it's like, you feel me?
But the world,
I know the secret. I know Bron's secret. I'm gonna tell y'all Bron's secret.
There was still a chance for other superstars and other people to go do it because at that time you still had older superstars in the league. LeBron was still young, so it's like it's not like LeBron was the trendsetter for the league at that point. Like I'm gonna
tell you like this: LeBron wasn't gonna. I knew LeBron wasn't gonna never be in a dunk contest because to me, he just got power dunks. His dunk package ain't all. Nah. He got a lot of strong. Hard.
Hey! I want you to go on YouTube and go type in warm up. Go type in layup line LeBron James once we done with the show. When we done with the show, go on YouTube and go type in layup line LeBron James.
I don't want to see about no layup dunk. I mean layup line dunk.
I didn't been watching. You know what? I ain't gonna even lie. I done been watching some of LeBron dunks. You know what I'm saying? He got a small package. He got a nice package, but most of his dunks is strong. Power dunks. He gonna dunk the ball. He gonna go up there. He gonna dunk it real hard and slam it real hard.
But that's half the slam dunk contest though. That's part of the problem with some of these dunks. Some of these dudes don't be having no power behind their dunks. So like it'd be a nice move, but the finish be weak. Man, honestly, I would rather come out there and see somebody do a straight. I would rather come out and see somebody do the Michael Jordan free throw line. Like, bro.
I hear you on that. I hear you on that one, Neil.
I would rather see you come out, bro, and jump from the free throw line and just do the nastiest one-handed tomahawk you could do. It don't gotta be nothing else. You could literally run and start and take off from the free throw line and boom. Like you gotta think about it. Zach LaVine, and this is why it's.
But Zach LaVine jumped from the free throw line in between the leg.
He didn't take. That man did an East Bay from the free throw line, dog. Ain't nobody, bro, if somebody thought about doing that in the dunk contest coming up in these next couple years, they would win the dunk contest off that one dunk. Ain't nobody even thought about doing the East Bay from the free throw line.
But it's actually more dunkers out there other than Mac. Like, it's a lot of YouTube stars that's out there. Way better.
But dudes, I don't know. The NBA don't get them in.
The NBA needs to go recruit them for dunk
contest
purposes.
Look, but it killed me because in the NBA you got dudes like Ja. You still got Zach LaVine. You got dudes like Ben Simmons get down with the dunks too.
Okay. Zach LaVine did his job. Okay, but the one thing that I think
you still got dudes like Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He get down. Shea
Gilgeous-Alexander, he could dunk, but that's not somebody who you want to see in the dunk contest.
I'm saying,
he's not no he's not no flashy dunker.
But we still got the Jajas of the world. We still got the Jaws. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, to me,
because he's just an all-star. That's why.
to me, that's like, and this is what I'm starting to make me respect Mike even more, because back then they wanted to put on the show for the fans. It's like these new dudes is just like, nah, I gotta sit down. I'm on rest. I gotta look pretty tomorrow. Like, come on, man. It's for us. You playing the game. They played the game for us, for the fans, to put on the show for us. They went out there, played, broke up, body hurt. That's why Kobe said he had like 30 ice packs on tonight, because it's for the people who paid their money to see, me play. They ain't never seen me before. They want to see me play. So I'm gonna be out there.
They say the paychecks to come see you.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, like, what about them dudes in the dunk contest? Like, we get, man.
I mean, they see, you name it, people who could dunk, but not like
a finesse dunker.
Right. You feel me? Like.
Okay, help me out with name. I'm throwing out what's coming at the top of my head. Not saying John.
It's just pretty much Ja for right now, because that's what people want to see.
We need Ja, we need Zion, we need
Zion.
Sharp
Zion.
You know what? Actually, I would like to see NBA versus YouTubers.
That'd be nice. Ooh.
Winner takes all.
Ooh.
That'll never happen.
Because NBA would be put on blast. That's why.
Yeah, they would. Because the YouTubers gonna go crazy.
Hold on, not just that. And if you did do something like that, the NBA probably just gonna send out. They'll do what they always do. They gonna send out some bums to go compete in that dunk contest to go lose to people who, like. For them, this would be their NBA finals, okay? So it's like you would be sending people out there to go play against somebody else who considers this state championship game. So them YouTube dunkers, they gonna be coming out and doing stuff that these NBA dudes can't even keep up with. All right, it's like off the first dunk. They gonna see that and they gonna be like, what did we sign up for? All right.
That's kind of what Beck did though. Like that first dunk, you have to double look at it, because at first you was like, I know I wasn't the only one. I was like, oh, okay, that was decent. And then they played the replay and he was like, oh, he hit the okay.
Facts.
And then, it's like, okay, what is he coming with a second dunk? Because my son put me on him like last year. And when I saw him in the NBA dunk contest this year, I was like, oh, okay. That's different. I don't think they go keep up with this young white boy. So, and they didn't. Like, he showed
and the fact that the key word you just said, cuz, won the dunk contest. Won the dunk contest. And that, remember, it was a movie talking about they can't jump. Remember that?
Yeah, they remaking that movie.
Now they won the dunk contest.
Let me tell y'all how bad the slam dunk contest was before Vince Carter had came back and resurrected it after Jordan and them. It's bad when you have Brent Berry winning a slam dunk contest in between Michael Jordan and Vince Carter. It's bad when that's one of the people who wins a slam dunk contest in between Michael Jordan and Vince Carter. Brent Berry.
Oh, you did win one. Dang.
So I just want to put this question out there because it is boggling in my mind. So if you put Vince Carter against Mac, Gordon, Levine, who coming out winner?
You gotta throw Dominique in there too, because if you're gonna go like that, might as well throw Nick in there. Might as well throw Levine.
What? I'm finna say, Chris, that's too many names. Like, he was trying to keep it to 4, how it would be in a slam dunk contest.
We got Mike.
The way the dunks are now, because back then it was just tomahawks and
I feel you. So you got Mike, McClung, and who? Who was the other two?
I got Levine, Gordon, Mac, and Vince. It's only 4.
I thought you had said Mike.
No.
That'll be one of the greatest ones ever. That'll be a great one. I
I
still
would
gotta go
probably,
VC.
I
VC
would,
or Levine. VC or
I'm about to
Levine.
say, I'm probably if it don't get wrong, the stuff that Vince Carter did at the time was like sensational, but it's like I probably gotta go with Zach LaVine, man. To pull off an East Bay from the free throw line, dog. I ain't seen nobody bro, that man, you can see it. It's like that man pretty much jumped into heaven on that dunk, bro, because he just kept going. He started, the ball goes through his legs. Then all you see is this. His arm just.
But you saying that dunk was better than Gordon catching the ball from the mascot?
No,
Man, oh yeah, Ben Gordon went crazy.
no. I'm not saying that's better, but what I'm saying is the fact that if you look at
Gordon
like
got cheated. Gordon got
Arizona
cheated.
got cheated. He definitely got cheated.
Okay. He got cheated on that first one. On that second one, I can tell you why he didn't win it, and it was all because of one dunk. All right, if he don't come out with that, even though it was nice, because that man did, he started with the ball behind here, brought it down to his feet while midair, and then came all the way back with it again. You feel me? That was nice. But in that second dunk contest, that was the dunk that kept him from winning that one. If he don't pull that dunk out, he win that rematch.
So should he have just double pumped it like Mac did?
Honestly, I would say at that jump, like especially because of when he pulled that dunk out, like you got to do something like that first. He came out with some killer dunks, and then that wasn't the one to finish it, but that was one of the ones to like close it out. And I was like,
Hey, but he went. You see how low he went, though. He went all the way to the feet, though, Cardinal. Everybody can go all the way to the feet and bring it back. But he went all the way to the feet, though. All the way to his feet.
I feel you. But when you got somebody on the other side of you who's out there doing East Bays from the free throw line, dog, I don't care.
His whole dunk packages was pretty much East Bay funks.
You say what?
Pretty much his whole dunk package was East Bay.
East Bay funk. But I'm gonna tell you this, Carneal.
But you got to think about it though. We wasn't seeing nobody do East Bays like that. We watched Zach LaVine go. Wait, hold on. We watched Zach LaVine go east, but he went between the legs. And he had dunked it backwards with one hand, dog. Like, I'm sorry, but we
Kobe
got
was
did
nice.
that in this slam dunk.
Kobe had some YouTube dunks that was nice. But I'm going to give you a little bit of pushback, Carneal, to your point, though. You made a good point, and I'm with your point. But I think, like, having Zach LaVine and Vince Carter on the same flow, both of them nasty. And I think I'm going to take your point and twist it a little bit. I think having Zach LaVine on the floor with him, dunking against him, would have probably pushed Vince to a whole. Just imagine Vince wanting to beat Zach LaVine. What he gonna go put out the bag? Like that's gonna be an amazing contest. Like you see both of them digging deep in the bag. They're gonna be going deep in the bag.
Are we forgetting Vince Carter literally cleared a 7-1?
No, like man, just imagine Vince going in a bag though. Just imagine the bag to beat Zach LaVine. Carneal, just to think to beat Zach LaVine, the bag he gonna have to go in.
I'm not forgetting that.
It's gonna be amazing.
Y'all forgot how deep Zach LaVine had to go in his bag when he was going against Aaron Gordon. All right, so you got to think about it. That man bag has only gotten deeper, dog. So it's like putting LaVine out there with Vince, especially with some of the stuff. Don't get me wrong, Vince Carter is a creative dunker. But I think Zach LaVine got him on the creativity just because Zach LaVine was able to be a part of that generation where we got to watch them do all like we got to watch them and then take what they do and make it better. That's the whole reason now why
I think Zach LaVine is just a prettier dunker. Like,
Look,
you know how
Cardi, this is why
Jordan's
I
a
gave you
pretty,
that little bit of
you know how
pushback. I
Jordan's a
think
pretty dunker.
because
I think
I
Zach
feel like we
LaVine's a
never
pretty
got to
dunker.
see Vince hold bag because Vince didn't have nobody that who was pushing Vince. Who was gonna push Vince to make Vince really go in the bag? To make Vince go in the bag after he put the arm. Ain't wasn't nobody finna make Vince go in the like somebody like Levine. Vince might have to go in the bag. Like
But
Vince got
some might not agree to this
yeah.
though. But I think Mac can take them all though. I think why not? I mean,
They
he got
fly.
some great. He
It's a
got some
difference in the
creativity.
elevation. Them dudes, they
He got
fly.
some.
Hey,
Them
They
hey,
got
hey,
they
better
hey, hey, hey,
elevation,
nah,
but
that elevation and that flight
whoa,
make a
whoa,
Mac
difference
whoa,
in
has
the
better
dunk.
hold
Cause
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Time out. Chris, on that elevation point, I don't think you are realizing how high Mac McClung getting up. Mac
I
McClung
know.
is skywalking, okay? Them boys might be flying. Mac McClung is walking through the air, all right? He on
I'm
some
not.
Michael
I'm
Jordan
just saying.
shit,
I'm just
okay?
saying. You know, it's a little bit. Not. I'm
No,
not saying
hey,
Matt nasty. McClung
hey,
nasty. I mean, he
hey,
giving
hey,
his, but like,
no. It ain't nothing you can tell me because Mac McClung is also shorter than them dudes as well. Mac McClung's 6'2". The rest of them dudes at least 6'5" and up. Zach LaVine
I give you
6'5".
that.
Vince Carter 6'6".
I give you that. But hey, cuz that's a great
Aaron
thought.
Gordon 6'8".
Cuz
Mac McClung is 2 inches taller than me, and we seen him jump. He jumped over 2 people, one sitting on top of the other one's shoulders. That's at least a 7-foot human being. Mac
yeah.
McClung jumped over pretty much what would be an almost nearly 7-foot human being and double
and
pumped it.
he tapped off the
Hey,
backboard and
but
did
Like
listen
that
to my
man,
point. This is what I'm saying, cuz
that
like I
man
would
is
love to be
Skywalker.
alive. Like I wish this is why I wish like we didn't get old and deteriorate. Like if Vince could still go back on the flow, have the same Vince ups, Levine can come on the flow, healthy legs, Aaron Gordon can come on the flow, healthy
I would
legs,
love
and
to see
McClung,
that dunk
like and
contest.
just let them. I'm talking about everybody healthy, everybody can fly. They normal prime flight elevation. Wow,
That
that's
might
gonna
be
be
one of my requests when we get to heaven. Like,
that'll be
I
the
think that
crazy.
is
That
one thing I
how
have.
crazy is that gonna be? You got Levine, McClunk, this like bro, the bags that it's gonna like bro, like to win. Cause you know all them competitors, they gonna all go in like wow, bro.
But
They
like
gonna all go in the bag.
real
Wow,
quick though,
that'll be
on that
amazing.
Mac McClung note, why isn't the NBA giving Mac McClung a chance when he was G League Rookie of the Year? I think it was last year or 2 years ago or something like that. Like Mac McClung is an actual baller. Like he can hoop, he could shoot the ball, he could distribute the rock. Like
Just
Mac
like
McClung can
just like
hoop.
they
He
never
one of
gave
them
the
cases.
professor a chance.
He one of them cases of a player that was never that he's an overachiever that don't nobody that the people at the powers that be don't want to see win. That's
Because
exactly what he an overachiever that the powers that be don't want to see win. They certain players like that's overachievers. It's certain dudes like they shut down like that because they don't expect that dude to win but he winning and he's showing y'all woo I got a bag, I got this, you know what I'm
I
saying,
mean,
but they don't
like
want
look
him to
at Blake
win.
Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. You take their dunks away, what are they?
Nothing.
okay. If you take that
Now
away
DeAndre
from young,
Jordan can get rebound. He
You take that
rebound,
away
take
but
that
from
away
Mac.
from
I mean, but
young
Mac
Blake
jump
Griffin,
shot a little.
yeah.
Mac got a little jump shot though.
yeah, he do.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt got handles. He got little handles too.
That's
Matt
because
Yeah,
he a
covers.
guard, man.
yeah.
That's because he a guard, man. You can't be a guard in today's NBA and not being able to shoot. All right. My boy Westbrook is an outlier. All right. Westbrook
But
came into the league in a time before like where 3-point shooting was prevalent, but like it wasn't as heavy as it is today. You
Yeah, I
can't
would
be a
have been
guard.
looking at dunk contest.
hey, and I think my boy McClunk, the first victim of white racism, because he ain't got the typical look of the hoop. Just think about it. He don't look like the white boy the balling white boy. He look like the typical center, your non-athletic. But
He is
dude,
the Billy Hoyle of basketball.
but he might be Larry Bird with ups.
But speaking, and I'm gonna leave it there, set that there on the table. we got to get to the All-Star game itself. So, what did y'all think of the All-Star game? Was it entertaining? And was the MVP your MVP? Uh, let's go back with Neil on this one.
So the All-Star game, it was good. It was moderately entertaining. I won't say like it was anything crazy. You feel me? Like I feel like All-Star game, the play has kind of dipped in recent years. Like if you ask me, the last like real kind of competitive All-Star game for me was that first one when KD left and went to Golden State. You had Westbrook in that All-Star game, Paul George, KD, LeBron, and it's like to me there was like a lot of like to me, if you ask me, that was the last like real like story like All-Star game as well, where you had like actual like kind of NBA beef going into that All-Star weekend. Because remember, the whole thing was because I think that was the last year right before they had did it where the captains pick. I think that was last year where it was still just straight up East versus West, and so Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook had to be on the same team, if I remember correctly, and I think one of the other had threw one a lob pass, so I think it was either Westbrook threw KD a lob or KD had threw Russ a lob or something during that All-Star game. And it was just like, man, you feel me? Like you could
Actually, they
tell
gave
the
each other.
animosity. You could see the animosity and you could tell like I said, like to me, that was like the real competitive All-Star game was that one and the one Kobe was in. If not, I think that might have been the same one. But
what's your thoughts on it, Chris?
Oh Neil hit the nail on the head. It's like it wasn't to me, it wasn't even a game. To me, it was just like dudes just out there in the shoot around, having fun. You shooting around with your homies. You might get serious a play or two, but y'all just shooting around and y'all having fun. And like it wasn't no real competition. It's like dudes was just letting dudes do their little moves, throw oops to themselves. You know, wasn't no defense. Wasn't nobody playing no defense. LeBron got one block, but like it was cool. I wasn't excited, but I watched it. You know what I'm saying? It was. I wanted to see more competition, but you know that's just not the way ball is being played. The way ball is being played is it's like they killed the passion of the game with all this protect your body, don't get hurt, we don't need you being injured, and dudes just ain't going out there and balling no more. So it's all about I don't want to get hurt. I might break a nail. I might fall wrong. I might land wrong. I can't. I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And dudes ain't playing the same. So, but it was some cool. You know, my MVP. I knew the way. Jason Tatum was just showing out the whole game, shooting jumpers from everywhere, dunking. Anybody act like they was gonna play defense, he dunked on them. You know, I did like when him and Jaylen Brown decided that they was gonna really,
That was the highlight of the All-Star. Right
them two, because they really started balling and going against each other. But you know, like it was man, you know.
Yeah, so, you're right. I give it it was like a 5 out of 10 for me because my highlight was I wanted to see more Dame Dollar shots from beyond half court. Truth be honest, like I miss Steph. I miss Steph being in the All-Star game because it's like him and Dame and Steph would go half court to half court, like, hey, let's see who can hit the furthest shot. And I like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's one-on-one. That was a highlight of the All-Star game. And that was pretty much it. It was just, like y'all said, man.
like it's kind of to me. You feel me? Like I don't know if y'all had watched First Take or not, but right after the All-Star game, Stephen A had said on First Take, you see these players giving more effort during like the little summer runs or whatever, when it just be like just a bunch of random players and they leak up, they just go shoot around in some gym or whatever. You feel me? Like you see players giving more effort into that than you do in the All-Star game. And I'm not saying you need to go 1,000% in the All-Star game, but like give us something. I'm like, man, she's
Bring
at
back
least
that 2001 All-Star game with Iverson and Marbury. Was it came down to literally the last shot.
like man, I never think I would say this, but I was like, there's no reason why 2K's All-Star Weekend is starting to become more fun than the NBA's actual All-Star Weekend. It's like I'm not having fun watching the NBA All-Star Weekend no more like how I used to. And like
It's becoming like the Pro Bowl.
Yes, and like it wasn't like that really up until like recently. I'm like, I used to look forward to the All-Star game. It's like now I look forward to All-Star Weekend, I guess, not just more so because like honestly for me, I could miss the skills challenge. I could miss like before I could miss the skills challenge. I could miss the rookie showcase. I could miss 3-point challenge. I could even miss the dunk contest. As long as I caught Sunday night, I was cool with that. Now it's like in order to really have fun for the whole weekend, you gotta watch like the whole weekend. You can't just tune into Sunday night and get your All-Star Weekend fix because the game is trash. Like it's just simple. Like that's just what it is. The All-Star game has not become like it's not getting any more competitive. It's not as fun as it used to be. Like the NBA is having a real problem right now in terms of ratings and getting people to watch back. Like ratings have been some of the lowest that they have been for the league in a while, and part of that is because these players aren't playing, and it's all like these players aren't playing. They aren't giving effort. Like it's a big issue going on. And all I know is that with this next CBA coming up, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a James Harden rule, a Kyrie Irving rule, a Ben Simmons rule, a Kevin Durant rule. You feel me? Because like these are the 4 players who over the last 3 years in the NBA have pretty much just milked the NBA for their cash while doing what they want to do. And the owners ain't about to keep allowing that. And so now the future generation is about to have some problems because, you know, every new CBA, they always make a rule up. Let's not forget, you feel me, when after Derrick Rose had got his money from the Bulls in the next CBA, there was a whole Derrick Rose rule now when you could only pay rookies so much money because Derrick Rose got that bag from the Bulls.
He deserved it though.
That's a good point you brought up though, but like the fact that the game is so watered down, it's like and then the consumers that's spending all this money, like basketball tickets ain't cheap. They
Not at
higher than
all.
football tickets. And you know, you spending all like the thing Kobe said, people save up, spending all their money to see you one time. One time. Now I can pay all this money I've been saving up to see my favorite player, and he might not suit up because of load management. I'm pissed.
I
And
guarantee
then
it takes one superstar to actually start playing for real, and everybody's gonna follow suit.
And
That's
see,
what.
I think that's gonna happen with Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, he really like you could tell he want to bring some competition back to something. He talk about it all the time. He kind of been talking about it since he came into the league, man. It's like he kind of been saying this since he came to the league, man. Dudes just ain't competitive no more, man. Some dudes are really treating this kind of like a 9 to 5, you feel me, and they just real good at their job, which I understand, you feel me? If you just here to get your bread and do your job at a high level, I understand that. But it's like for those of y'all that still actually love the game, man, it's like y'all gotta show us that y'all do, because right now as fans, we ain't seeing the commitment to the game that we even seen from y'all just about maybe 4 years ago. It's like honestly, it's like honestly, the state of basketball has been really in a drastic shift since 2019. Ever since ever since that Toronto Raptors championship when Kevin Durant um ruptured his Achilles, we've seen just the complete like seismic shift in how things have been handled in the NBA since that point. And I don't know if it's a good thing.
I
It's a
think,
candy league.
yeah, and I think that's all that money, because I was just looking at the difference, because in football, them dudes ain't got that much guaranteed money, but still they got to put a film together
I
because
mean,
to try to earn
yeah,
money.
Chris,
And it's like in basketball, it's like you
but you
got
also
more
got to think about,
guaranteed money.
but
You
you
know what I'm
also got to
saying?
think about why that is though. There's no hard cap like the NFL. In the NBA, they have a soft
Exactly.
cap. So like it's incentivized for like for the owners and like for the league and for them to pay out that money, because technically it's a reason why the NBA contracts are fully guaranteed and NFL contracts ain't. NFL is a more dangerous sport. There's less games. You feel me? So with it being less games comes less money, even though the NFL is a way more physical sport. So obviously that comes into account. Like it's a multitude of reasons on why the NFL doesn't have fully guaranteed contracts, and the NBA does. But the NBA is the only sport that gives out fully guaranteed contracts, because baseball gives out fully guarantees. I believe the NHL also does. I think fully guarantees as well.
Or they need to put more clauses in basketball contracts to make it where, like in football, they got incentives, like you got to get a
Right,
certain
and
number of
see, and
tackles,
see,
a
and
certain
see,
amount of yards.
and
Like if
see,
you can kind of like make it more incentivized
and see that actually is where the problem lies. The players are tired of incentive-based contracts, even in the NBA. There, we don't hear about it often, but there really are a lot of clauses and a lot of stuff like in players' contracts and stuff like that. That team, like Kyrie Irving, when he was trying to get his extension from the Brooklyn Nets, he would have signed that extension if it wasn't for the fact that they put a clause in there that by the third year you have to make an NBA Finals or your contract pretty much just null and void. That's kind of unfair in a sense, because like anything could happen in those 3 years. So let's say Kyrie Irving did sign that contract extension and he balled out for them 3 years, but they didn't make the playoffs or didn't make an NBA Finals. So now that means you void in the last, if there's 1 year left on his contract, pretty much you tell him he has to play under a non-guaranteed contract, which is the problem in the NFL. The players don't want to play under non-guarantees. It's the reason why when in the NFL we see once players guaranteed money runs out, that's when we start seeing them start acting funny and acting weird and doing different stuff. They don't want to show up to work. They missing games. They want to be traded. They don't want to pay for this team. They got this problem with this. It's like,
That's a millionaire and do that is not right. That's not fair to your fans.
right.
At the end of the
And,
day, we are paying to watch you.
exactly. And so at the end of the day, we want to see them play it. And it's like I get it if you are. I feel like there's a couple reasons why players should sit out. Like I'm not gonna say I'm all the way against load management, but do I think it can be handled better? Hell yes. And like,
The
if you're
coaches got to
if you
learn how
got
to
a
legitimately hurt,
rotate their
pre-existing
players, though.
injury, yeah, if you got a bad pre-existing injury and I'm not, don't kill yourself. But
if you're
like,
legitimately hurt, I understand to sit out. Or even for sometimes for those players that deal with like nagging injuries, like let's say you got hurt earlier in the season or something, and you just re-aggravated it. So like, you feel me, just to play it safe, you might want to take like a night or two off. I understand that. But I'm not I'm talking about for those players and for them dudes, it's like, I'm a little sore today. I'ma sit out.
Hell
If
no.
no,
you don't go
bro.
get your ass up and go get on the court, bro,
Man, we
Bro,
like,
you
didn't
got
play
four,
those
yeah,
bad.
bro.
Growing up, we just come from a tougher era because we played with bad ankles and
but
um,
but but
banged up knees
but
and
but like this is my thing though. This is what I don't get. I've watched all of these players play like this until they got to the NBA.
You know
I
what it
literally,
is? It's
because you
about the
got to think
bag.
about
You
it,
know what?
Marcus. Some of these
Money
players
changes,
are my
cuz.
age and just slightly older than me. So I've been watching they AAU ball, they high school ball, college ball, and now
Money,
NBA ball. It's
it,
like,
it be it's the business, cuz they lose it ain't about the love and the passion for the game no more. It's about that bag and the business side. When I guess some kind of way they lose it in the business side of things, they get so hooked on the business instead of just your genuine love for the game. Because we went out there playing with broke knees and hurt fingers, sprain this, sprain that, because we just wanted to play.
like
It wasn't even about it. We just wanted to get out there and play, make a play. You know what I'm
like
saying? We just wanted
you
to play.
couldn't pay me to be happy because we lost the game. Like I like
Facts.
no,
We just wanted to get out there
no,
and
you
play.
will not blow me out.
this is why
You are
this is
not going to
why
score 30 on me and
like
think it's okay.
and it's funny because this is why I respect Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Steph, even Steph. You don't see Steph just taking games off of left. Steph is legitimately hurt. That year, when the Warriors was in the play-in that year, if Steph wanted to, Steph could have took that season off. Steph tried to play as much as possible to get them boys into the playoffs. Now, yeah, they lost both them play-in games, but still, your number one superstar tried to play as much as possible to get his team there. Some of y'all got a team that can get you there and still don't want to play that much. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I
Yeah,
don't.
And
I don't get that either.
and
It's
to
past.
lead
They
us
lose the
to
passion
our
for the game.
last topic. So speaking of All-Star, right before the All-Star, we had the trade deadline. We have our winners, we have our losers. So my question to you guys, who was the winner of the trade deadline? Chris, what do you think?
Well,
I'm going with Pat Beverly.
I want to go Pat Bear, but I got to see us make the playoffs first. I wish the Bulls were in a better position. But unfortunately, I have to say something that I don't want to say. I have to say an answer that I don't want to say. But I'm going to say it because to me, it was blockbuster when Kevin Durant moved without no headlines, without making a whole big story in the press, without complaining, without asking saying he wanted out. You just woke up and it was like Kevin Durant is on the Phoenix Suns. Like, what?
I told y'all that was gonna happen on the show though. Did I not? I told y'all once
Yeah,
Kyrie
you
was
said
traded.
it's
I told y'all.
you did.
I
Did you
told
say
y'all.
Phoenix though? Did you say Phoenix
He didn't
though?
say
No,
Phoenix.
no, no, no,
Because you
no.
did
I
say
didn't say.
they was gonna move him though.
Yeah,
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 he
yeah.
said they was gonna move. He did say that, yeah. But at the same time, it's like when I look, that trade to me, I didn't want it to be the best. But when I look at that team overall, I like
Yeah.
Devin Booker and the Phoenix for the last couple of years, they've been right there. The last few, they've been right there at the end. They've been right there. It's just a game or two here, a game or two there. They in the championship, but now that they get the assassin and Kevin Durant, they got an assassin and Devin Booker, and they just got the most ultimate NBA facilitator you could have in this current age of basketball, other than LBJ. I mean, as far as facilitating go, they battle on the same level in CP3, and then you still got DeAndre Ayton. And you still got a couple pieces on the bench. That's a nice AD, Devin Booker. Devin Booker just scored 81. KD can score 50 or 60. Ouch. And then it's scary because Chris Paul is a facilitator, a passer. Like, wow. So they ain't got to handle the ball much. Just let Chris Paul just have about 35 assists a game. Don't forget, Chris Paul can just
gonna turn into John Stockton, huh?
Man, think about old Chris Paul. Chris Paul can get you about 13 of 20 of them in a game. Chris Paul can get you about 20 assists a game.
He also had dunkers playing with him.
You got a shooter. You got guy Devin Booker spotting up, KD spotting up. KD can dunk.
That looks scary.
And then Ayton can dunk. So that team looks scary. I wanted Dallas to be the win because I was intrigued at how Luka and Kyrie were gonna work. I was intrigued by that too. And now I'm a little bit even more intrigued about the Clippers and how Westbrook, Paul George, and Kawhi. It's some intriguing things. I expect the Bulls to make a huge splash, a huge noise. You know, we shot a little BB gun. We shot a pistol. Man, I wanted us to shoot an AK. You know, we brought Pat Bev home. You know, Pat Bev, welcome home. I think
maybe Pat Bev can raise some balls into these damn Bulls because Bulls been soft. What Kobe say? Charming, just soft.
Charming.
With a hard
he do bring some toughness, and he from the shot. So welcome home, Pat Bev. You know, I'm honest. I can go on here and say that I expected us to get a little bit better, but if you bring something to us, you from the shy, I'm from the shy. It's all love. Help us win, Pat Bev. Get us to the playoffs. Be the best low-key deal of the trade.
So had a whole West Side stand up.
Man, I swear. But that's all I gotta say, man. The Phoenix Suns, I didn't want it to be them, but to me, they won the trade deadline. That team on paper is just like you just booking them in the finals. Like the only thing that can stop them is them.
All right. Well, Neil, you agree or who you got?
Okay, so I got two. My two are the Brooklyn Nets and the Los Angeles Lakers. All right, I'm gonna be all the way honest. And the reason why I say, bro, it's like I don't think people realize how good Brooklyn made out in this deal. Okay, they were able to keep Cam Thomas, which in my opinion was huge because he wasn't being utilized right under Steve Nash. Jacques Vaughn has been able to find ways to utilize it. You're able to keep Cam Thomas. You get Mikal Bridges and you get Cam Johnson. If you ask me, Mikal Bridges is a future star in the making. Okay, like he's had some shine on like the defensive end, but it's hard to really find your place on the offensive side of the ball when you play on a team with Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and DeAndre Ayton, and you kind of become like the fourth or fifth option on a team like that. So it's kind of hard to find your own footing in an offense like that. And for what he did, I feel like he still did a pretty damn good job. And then you got Cam Johnson, who, if you ask me, everybody knows how high I am on Cam Johnson. I feel like Cam Johnson is a certified bucket getter. You feel me? I think with the right coaching system and the right team, Cam Johnson is for sure a 15 assists. I'm sorry, not 15. 15 points, 6 rebound, a couple steals, maybe a block or two here and there type player for sure. And then you got so I really feel like the Brooklyn Nets made off good. Like their future is in good hands. They found their coach. And they got draft picks too. Like they were able to get some draft picks out of everything that went down. And it's like I said, that team is a very young team now with the chance to see which one of those young players has a chance to break into superstardom. And I feel like one of them can now that they've been given that chance, because this is going to be that time to prove that, especially because right now the Brooklyn Nets are still a top 5 team in the East, because Kevin Durant and Kyrie did leave them in a very, very, very good spot. So it is very possible, even though I know they just took a bad loss to the Bulls. It is very possible for the Brooklyn Nets to still be in the playoffs, and not just be in the playoffs, be a very tough out in the playoffs. I don't think anybody that plays Brooklyn is gonna beat them in anything less than 5 to 6 games in the playoffs. They are gonna be a tough out. All right. In that first round, they're gonna be at least a first round exit, but it's gonna take at least 6 games, because that's a tough team, and they can defend. They can defend, and they can shoot. And when you got a team full of defense and a team full of shooters, and you got good team chemistry, you get that Brooklyn Nets team from a few years ago that you had that had an all-star in D'Angelo Russell. You feel me? People forget that the Brooklyn Nets was in a solid spot before they had got Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. They had just been to the playoffs. D'Angelo Russell was an all-star. Karis LeVert was hooping. They had Jared Allen. That Brooklyn Nets team kind of this Brooklyn Nets team now kind of resembles that Brooklyn Nets team. You feel me? A bunch of young players who now have the chance to who now have the chance to actually take that leap and see what they could do for themselves. And then I got the Los Angeles Lakers up there as well too, is because now you got LeBron with another all-star talent in D'Angelo Russell, and he's got a bunch of shooters. So now you got a Lakers team that is 9 to 10 players deep, and they can all shoot the ball. That's a problem for the league, as we just seen the other night, when even though LeBron and AD have a bad night, you got Jared Vanderbilt dropping 25 points. I think they shot something like close to 50%, or maybe just over 50% from the 3 in that game. So it's like now you got LeBron and AD around a team with depth and a team with shooters and that can defend. That's literally what they went and added. Besides D'Angelo Russell, was nothing but a bunch of 3 and D players that can get their own shot. Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, Malik Beasley, all 3 and D caliber players. You feel me? So it's those are my 2 winners of the trade deadline. I know I probably should only have one, but I couldn't just pick one, because I feel like a lot of people, I feel like there's a lot of people, not really realizing how good of a spot Brooklyn is actually in. Brooklyn has the chance to keep to maintain where they're at in the East, while letting their young talent get some rub and some run and really find their own footing.
All right. For me, I say just let Russ cook.
Yeah.
And I think that's what the Clippers go do. They go let Russ cook. So I think the Clippers came out on top.
I can't. So I kind of wanted to say them. It's just technically that was a move after the trade deadline. So it's I was really kind of only factoring in, I guess, teams that actually made trades into my decision, and why I picked who I picked, because technically I mean, the Clippers made some trades, but Russ wasn't a trade though. Russ was they signing. They did trade for Bones Highland. They traded from I think Mason Plumlee. So I mean, they did make some moves. They did make some moves in the trade deadline as well. So,
But
Hey,
with
that's
all
a
that,
yeah.
I like to
But they
say,
gonna cook. We'll see. You know, what I'm saying Russ still gonna average about 6 turnovers a game. But he might become Mr. Triple Doubles, but he gonna have 6 turnovers a game. That's for sure. At
or they
least
can
6.
score 164 points in overtime.
Yeah,
164. That's crazy. Sacramento versus Clippers right now, and they letting Russ cook. So, like I said, let Russ cook. You can't go wrong. Mr. Triple Double might be back,
he
but
gonna
I
give
like
you, like I said, he gonna give you 7 turnovers, 6, 7 turnovers.
that's because Russell Westbrook was like, I don't understand why they thought that was a good fit. Like as they say all the time, styles make fights. This is a bad style for this fight. This is not a style that you want. All right. This is like having two left-handed fighters. All right, and don't neither one of them know how to use their right hand. You need that fighter that can come in and use their right hand. You feel me? You want that fighter who, you feel me? Yeah, the left might be the dominant hand, but when he need to, he can pull out that right, and it's just as deadly as that left when it absolutely has to be. You literally had two fighters who only knew how to use their left hand. It don't work. You're not gonna win no fights. You go into every fight only using your left hand, you're gonna lose every time, as we have seen. They didn't make the playoffs last year. They was about to miss the play-in again this year. Like it wasn't about to be a good situation for the Lakers at all. And Russell Westbrook had to be the scapegoat for that situation. And I don't like it at all because it was never a good fit from the jump. I said it from the jump. I would have honestly preferred he just stayed in Washington and just gave it another go with Bradley Beal. Honestly, like instead of going to, because if you ask me, it kind of put his career into question a little bit, and not maybe more so like his Hall of Fame status, I guess, because Russ has solidified himself as a Hall of Famer. It's like if you have a triple double for 3 seasons, I'm sorry, I don't care if them was the only 3 seasons you ever played in the NBA. You averaged a triple double in 3 straight seasons, you going to the Hall of Fame. I don't care how long you played. So you feel me? It's like with that being said, I feel like there was just a lot of other stuff that people were allowed to like that like people were just allowed to like just come in and just come at his character, come at who he is as a person, and just like I didn't like it. It's like Russ was taking a lot of unnecessary slander that he didn't have to take being in a Lakers uniform.
I agree.
And it's
So
crazy
that's going
because you
to
brought up that
conclude.
game. Once it's going to go to double overtime, 164, Sacramento. That
Exactly.
game is crazy.
So
That's
that
going to be
concludes our
double
show
overtime.
tonight. I'd like to thank everybody for watching us. Like and subscribe. As always, we love you fans. Leave a comment. We want to see what y'all thinking so we can talk back to y'all, you know. But it's been a great show. I'd like to thank everybody, to thank the panel.
Yes,
And
sir.
tune in for the next show of Can I Get Some Sports With That?
Till we meet again, y'all. Have a good one.
Catch y'all next time, people.